In this Crew podcast episode, we have two founders interviewing each other. I love these takeover episodes because I match them intentionally to interview each other to have meaningful, honest conversations. So meet Veronika. She's the founder of Balansize, a wellness platform for women. She's interviewed by Shelley. Shelley's an ex-corporate leader turned no-nonsense coach who helps ambitious women overcome imposter syndrome, self-doubt, and take courageous action in life and business. She's the founder of the She Is Courageous Collective and the perfect host to interview Veronika about what she's building. So let's get to it.
Veronika, I am so excited to find out more about Balansize. So, of course, we want to know the founder's story. So let's start there. Tell me where it started. Where did the idea from Balansize come from?
The idea of Balansize came from my personal experience, of course. When I shift my life from career-driven woman to 100% stay-at-home mom, this is when the life has changed for me. And I thought of myself that I've been educated, I read a lot, I was prepared for this baby. But believe me, nobody prepared for it. So when my son was born, I was overwhelmed. So I didn't realize that I might have this postpartum depression.
Right.
In our society, we used to push that it's nothing, you have just a baby like everybody else. So I was trying to search so much information about babies, about my situation, and well-being totally online. But when you have a newborn, you have limited time. So when baby sleeps, you have this kind of time to sleep with him, to wash your hair, to eat, or to search the information that you needed.
Yeah.
And what I found in that moment, so I was searching this information. I was overloaded with a lot of information, but I couldn't find something that I needed. And I was even more frustrated. And I was not ready to go and see the life coach.
Right.
Or psychologist, because this kind of society and the environment which I grown up, it was like something strange,
Oh, okay.
Exactly. It's something wrong with you if
the
you go.
The coach across the table is picking up on that one.
So then this is the idea was born, but then I was busy with my child. And the last year when the idea, I was thinking about again with the experience of my cousin, because she was just delivered baby.
Okay.
And then I was thinking, it's not about only me, all around us. And until now, with all of this, even with the AIs and the technology growth, we still don't have this personalized well-being.
Right.
And not everything in one roof. And that time I decided that this is the time.
Wow. Okay. So huge journey you went on. And what you realised was you couldn't find what you needed. So you did what so many of us do as founders, and that's fill the gap. We fill the gap that we see. Now, tell us more about Balansize then. So how does Balansize fill that gap? Speak first from a mum's perspective, from a new mother's perspective, and then tell me more about how it helps others. Because you just mentioned there as well, there is not a one-size-fits-all. And I think that's what Balansize is all about.
Absolutely, because we get used to that well-being is all for everybody. Or our problem as a mother, yes, the problem is there, or challenges is the same, but everybody's take them different because we have different personalities. What I was thinking that it really has to be personalized. As a mom, and now it's this fast-paced world, woman has so much to do.
Yep.
We are multitasking. And like my husband is always asking me, Veronika, why only for women? And it's not
if I had £1 for every time I get asked that question about women.
Absolutely. And it's not because I'm the feminist, but it's because of we have a different brain function. We have different body. We have even kind of different life stages that men doesn't have. We have puberty, we have this childbirth, which has totally changed our hormone and the system and mindset as well. And then we have premenopause, and then we have menopause stage, which men doesn't have. So I feel that every mother or woman has their different approach for well-being. There is no one fixed solution for everyone.
It certainly isn't. I work with women all the time, and I love the way you just described all the different stages we go through. I often talk about chapters. We have so many chapters in our lives, don't we, as women? And I'm not going to get into the whole man thing, but I don't think they have as many chapters as we have. So if I were to come to you as a woman in one of her later chapters of life, and I was looking at how can Balansize help me, where does it start? How do you start to help me, and how do you help me identify my personal journey?
First of all, we did the all-in-one platform. So you don't need to go and search for the different information, you will have everything in one roof. Starting from nutrition, you have mindfulness, you have fitness, you have self-development, your career. So it will be all in one roof. You will start with your personalized questions that you have to answer. It's all about the whole sphere of life.
Right.
Once you answer, we use the AI technology that they give you guidance. So it doesn't mean that it's your must-to-do list, but the platform is guide you where to start. And each section in mindfulness, in fitness, in self-development, and extra. And then you can explore the content which we have in micro practices in the platform, which we create specifically 2 to 3 minutes to read or 2 to 5 minutes to do.
Wow.
Why? It's, of course, to save our time. And then it's the content which we are doing, it's not generated all on AI.
Okay.
We have 80% content generated by experts like you. So we have life coaches, we have psychologists in the platform, we have women doctors in the platform, which kindly provide us this needful content. And women, when they feel that they already need something more deep, they took the first step to their well-being challenge because they're always stopping on the first step.
Right.
So we are kind of this bridge to bring you
Love
this journey to start this. And then you will have a list of the experts that you can check their professionality, and then you can go a direct book session with them.
I love that. So what you're describing there is, first of all, you said it's not just about one part, it's about the whole of life. And you described that starting point of let's almost assess everything for you to then work out where we start. And I loved how you called yourself the bridge, because that's what we all need, more bridges, right? And we need help to walk across those bridges. No? Yeah.
Absolutely.
If I were to ask you, what's your big aspiration for Balansize? I know you're at the beginning of the journey, but what do you really hope Balansize becomes, where it goes? If you were to think for 2-3 years, what's the big aspiration?
My biggest aspiration for the Balansize is to see the platform as moving as a community, and the people, it's really help women, and it's become like your daily good habits and routine. Because most of the time, the woman now forgetting about self-care. And this 5 or 10 minutes on the platform, and by the way, we don't want that the woman stay in our platform a day and hours. So what is our message? Is to stay 10 to 20 minutes in the morning or 10 to 20 minutes in the evening. This is more than enough for grounding, for peaceful, and for this small step, build your strong well-being journey.
I love the way that you're approaching it in bite-sized ways, because you've used the word overwhelm. You talked about your own journey of trying to find those tiny minutes when the baby was asleep to sleep, wash, eat, cook, do everything, and research, how do I actually look after myself? I often say to people, if it feels too big, it is too big. And what you're already thinking about is, I'm not going to make this too big for you. We're going to make it really small, really achievable so that you can keep moving forward. Absolutely love it. So I heard on the grapevine that you would absolutely love to secure a partnership, if you like, with a government health initiative here in the UAE. That would be your dream collaboration. So I'd love to know more. Let's hope the right people are listening. I'd love to know more about what that would look like. What would you love to co-create if you could get that dream collaboration?
I feel because when you have the support of government, it's become more easy. And what I love about the UAE government here, particularly, they really support entrepreneur and they really support female entrepreneur. So we start to look on this woman organization when we can provide for them specific program, because there is the woman at work, they're also a mother at home. So they need this.
And all the other roles that she's carrying too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I believe it's if women feel nice and good and then happy, everything gets bloom around.
You are preaching to the converted. I absolutely agree with everything you just said there. For women to move forward and achieve the things they want to achieve, which, by the way, they can, even with all those roles, it all starts in here and in here. Absolutely starts with them. And what you're providing is that opportunity for them to think about themselves, which is something that women really struggle with.
Absolutely.
So do you see this moving into the corporate space, or is this very much an individual
We are thinking that it will be suitable for both. For the corporate, we will be slightly tailored because this is the working moms, and then it will be dependent on the organization. But talking with the government, we would like to, like the bigger aspiration and dream is to be in this program that it's come to educate it from the earlier stage. Because for now, the platform is for the middle-aged woman, I would say, but we would really keep in mind to take the young generation. Because it's not about only, well-being, it's only the society that we are building in the future. It's our generation. And business perspective-wise, why we choose the middle age, because the middle age can really adapting easily, and then they can help their children, they can help their daughters, and they even can help their mothers who not really on this technology stuff, but really need it. Because I believe also when you see there's so many women, when they have already grandchildren and they stay away, they also living this life, they don't know what to do. Because when the children and grandkids are coming, they're happy, but once they're going, they're starting the routine, and I feel so bad. I can see it from my mom because we are not there, and we are talking every day, but I also can see, and when we are there and we are not there. So I believe that a woman in every stage of life, she needs to have her purpose of life. And she needs to have, like you said, it's your more specialty about the mindset to be prepared in this.
I mean, I agree with you in terms of it's almost where do you go first? Like you talked about, at the moment, it feels it's for the midlife woman and she's moving through. And we're so fortunate. We've got more information than we've ever had, right? And we're learning things we didn't have the chance to learn when we were younger.
Absolutely.
But we also want to teach the younger so that they're not 20 years down the line catching up like we feel we are. It's almost where do you start, because we're so passionate about getting the word out to everybody that we possibly can, right? Absolutely love that. If someone were considering joining the Balansize community, what would you say to, if they were thinking about it, but they were almost telling themselves that they can't give themselves that, which is what so many women do, right? They talk themselves out of giving themselves what they actually really need. What would you say to the person that's listening right now, saying to themselves, this sounds like just what I need, but how would you move them from but to do it? What would you say to them?
I would say there is no but. It's the time. We're living in this world. We need to love ourselves. We need to have space for self-care. But the information, as I said, that how we grown up and how society are pushing us a little bit in different direction. If you are really have this 10 to 20 minutes of discipline as well to set your mind, you will be happy, because life can give you different scenarios, but you need to be strong enough to get it and overcome it if it's needed.
And look, I think we both know life is going to keep throwing those scenarios at you. None of us can stop that happening. But what we can all do is look after ourselves so that we can navigate those scenarios, whatever they happen to be.
Absolutely.
Amazing.
So stop thinking, start acting.
Oh, well, if only we could stop thinking. Hey, Veronika, I'm not sure that one's achievable. But if we can notice what we're thinking, then we can start acting differently, because we can catch some of those thoughts and change where they're taking us.
Absolutely.
Amazing. Balansize sounds absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for sharing your story of the business and your own personal story of how it started. And let's hope you get that collaboration you're looking for.
Thank you so much. And I would love to say your recommendation or advice for us as specialists on the woman mindset. Would love to hear it.
So if we're talking about from a mindset perspective, I think we've just started to talk there about people talk themselves out of things too quickly. So I always say awareness is the first step of change. And what I mean by that is notice what you're telling yourself. That's why I was really keen to hear what you would say if someone was thinking about taking that step, but the but was already coming in. It's all about noticing where we're holding ourselves back and then really giving ourselves the chance to challenge that and move it into a different direction. We are our most important asset. You know, you're a mum, and to be a great mum, you need to look after you. You're a wife. To be a great wife, you need to look after you. But we don't put ourselves at the top of the list. And I often say I'm not trying to create a movement of really selfish people. I'm just trying to create a movement of really self-aware people so that they can act in alignment with what they really need. And then for yourself, I'd say tell everybody about Balansize.
Oh, thank you so much.
Everyone the more people that know about it, the more people will be making the decisions they need to make to give themselves what they need. So just tell everyone about Balansize with the passion that you've got for the business you've created.
No, thank you so much.